Best coffee drinks for diabetics. There has been extensive research into whether consuming coffee, caffeine, is safe for those with type 2 diabetes as well as whether or not coffee could help prevent diabetes. With the ever-rising population of people suffering with type 2 diabetes, it's good to hear that the diabetic or potential diabetic has a friend in coffee. A healthy diet, low in sugar and refined carbs, is still the #1 dietary measure to treat or reduce the risk for diabetes. Most research shows that coffee can be part of a diet that's designed to prevent, treat, and/or possibly reverse type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes and coffee research studies. A study analyzed much the latest research concerning diabetes and coffee consumption and was conducted by Harvard's Dr. Frank Hu. His team found that the risk of type 2 diabetes decreased by 9% for each daily cup of coffee consumed. Decaf coffee decreased risk by 6% per cup. The newer study is from the Harvard School of Public Health and it showed that type 2 diabetes risk decreases with every cup of coffee consumed. People who increased their coffee consumption by 1 cup saw an 11% decreased risk of type 2 diabetes. However, those that decreased their coffee consumption by 1 cup saw a 17% increase in risk. An 18-year Swedish study also showed a greater degree of decreased risk among women who consume the most cups of coffee daily. The Swedes are one of the highest coffee consumers in the world. Decaf coffee not as helpful. Coffee and diabetes. Although caffeinated coffee does seem to offer the most protection, it isn't likely due to the caffeine. Coffee is actually rich in antioxidants. In the decaffeination process, these antioxidants are also removed to much lower concentrations along with the caffeine. This explains why the same results weren't observed with the decaf samples. Therefore, it does seem to be best to have regular, full-test coffee that's been unmessed around with if you want to experience less type 2 diabetes risk or help in treating this form of diabetes. Caffeine lowers blood glucose levels during exercise. Researchers found that when people with type 2 diabetes use caffeine prior to exercise, it lowers their blood glucose levels more. Study participants given 1 milligram of caffeine per 1 kilogram of body weight had on average a 75 milligrams/dl increased drop in blood sugar compared with those who did not have the caffeine. Good or bad? Good if you are trying to naturally lower your blood sugar with diet and exercise. Bad if you are on insulin and in danger of your blood sugar dropping too low. Summary. This is good news for coffee drinkers or those that would be at risk of developing type 2 diabetes. You can drink all the coffee you want, but we would advise that you learn to drink it black to experience the full benefits. Also be sure to not go beyond established daily caffeine safe levels. Adding sugar and creamer no doubt quickly reduces some of coffee's type 2 diabetes protective benefits. If you have diabetes, always consult your physician before making any changes to your diet.